Welcome back. Visit your Southern California Chevy dealer today to find deals as impressive as their award-winning lineup. Chevrolet, the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row. Learn more at SoCalChevy.com. Jordan Moore, John Jackson, happy to be joined by one of our favorites, Porter Gustin. Can you believe it now, heading into his senior year? Man, Porter, nothing went right last year. It was just one of those years. No one has a stronger will than you to get out in that field, and it just your body wouldn't let you do it. How you feeling now, several months later, and obviously you look pretty good out there in spring.
Man, I feel great. I'm just, blessed to be back out in the field and playing with, all my teammates and just being able to do everything 100%. So it feels great to be out there and just, a little more thankful to be stepping out in the field every day.
You've always been a great player, a high-energy player, but this year the noticeable thing from, I think, everybody, coaches and fans included, has been your leadership role and your vocal leadership role as far as that goes. Part of the plan for you for spring, or one of the goals for you for spring, to establish that part of you with this team, or how'd that come about, and talk us through it?
Yeah, it for sure is. I'm going in my senior year now, so in the past, I've always tried to, lead with just an example. So, always, be consistent with the things that I do and showing up early and always giving, 100% effort. So that's kind of what I stuck to in the past, and we had a lot of guys that were vocal, so I didn't really feel, we need another one of those guys. But, this year, senior year, I played a lot of ball out there, and there's a lot of guys that are younger that are looking up to, these older guys to really, be vocal. And I think that it's necessary for me to not only lead with example, but also with words and kind of lead that way as well. So
Yeah, and staying with that, you go into your senior year and we start using that word legacy. What's your legacy going to be? Listen, I'm sure there were other guys that did it, but a lot of guys a couple years ago talked about Michael Hutchings, and the legacy that he left was all of a sudden it became a real film room culture on the defensive side of the ball. Guys they said Hutch started watching film, we all started watching film, it became a real thing that Rose Bowl season. I notice with you now, there's a lot of guys that want to follow behind you in terms of what you do in the weight room, how you take care of yourself, your dedication to becoming the physical beast that you become, and it seems like that there's some young guys that are following in your footsteps.
yeah, there definitely are. Especially in the outside linebacker position, we got a lot of guys coming in and getting that extra work now and asking for, what to do in extra workouts and when I'm going and when they can come with me and that sort of thing. So I think it's definitely making an impact. The biggest thing is with starting something like that, kind of like Hutch did, is when you saw the results of what he was doing. So,
Right.
He was in the film room all these extra hours, and coach was talking about it, and everybody was seeing him up there. And then you saw it out on the field. He was talking, he knew every position. He was, playing fast because he knew the play before it came, and people saw the results, and they wanted to follow in those footsteps. And I think that's kind of the same thing with the weight room. They see how it's helped me out on the field, just playing strong, being able to do certain things that, maybe they can't. And then they see the extra hours put into the weight room. So they want to, get those results. And that's kind of just proof that it works. So when they see that, it motivates a lot of guys. And I think that's kind of what's happening.
Clay Helton has tabbed you as unblockable in one-on-one situations, right? Huge, obviously a huge compliment. Your mindset in one-on-one situations to get to sort of establish that reputation that you're starting to earn.
Yeah, that means a lot. I've worked on my technique in the run game for countless hours out there striking the bag, just really working on hand placement and violent releases and when to make that release and just all the little things of it. And I've practiced it over and over again. So to really be showing on film and having head coach notice it like that, it means a lot. So.
All right, Porter, I have a little son. I promised to ask him this question. He watches a lot of USC football videos, and every time he sees one with you in it, he asks why that guy doesn't have a shirt on. What happens from the time you get a practice jersey to the time that you actually practice? Because it's basically cut up and gone by the time you hit the field.
Yeah. I actually started that in high school. It was purely just a comfort thing. In the summers it's over 100 degrees and getting hot, and you want a little bit of a some wind to go through there. And,
air it out a little bit.
Yeah, air it out a little bit. And I tried it one day, and I was like, wow, that really makes a difference. So I'm gonna stick with that. So I mean, I talked to Todd, our equipment guy, and he is able to cut it up and stitch it so it doesn't rip more.
Oh, it's custom.
Yeah, it's custom.
I like that.
Yep.
That's when you know you've earned it. You get the custom practice jersey.
Exactly. So that's just what I roll with.
Talk about this defense a little bit, because during the spring, the talk has been about the defense, and with a lot of veteran guys coming back, a lot of talented guys like yourself coming back, the defense seems to be going to be leading this team. How much responsibility are you guys sort of taking on now, sort of understanding the situation that this defense should be really good?
Yeah, we plan on taking a lot of responsibility. We got a great offense and great quarterbacks competing, and some new guys coming in as well. So I think that they're going to be just fine where they're at. But we do understand that there are growing pains with new quarterbacks. So early in the season, it wouldn't be surprised to see those pains, and I think that the defense needs to just step it up and really cover for them as they are able to really get comfortable in that spot. So we do take a lot of responsibility. We got a lot of older guys that have played a lot of ball, and a lot of guys that came back with the mindset of really dominating the Pac-12 and going all the way. So I think our mindset there is really good.
All right, I have a couple more off the wall questions here. Are you a WWE fan?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't watch it a lot.
Have you ever considered it as a post-football career? I mean, I feel like you have the look going. Once football's done, you just go straight into The Rock. You got it.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but haven't thought a whole lot about it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I got one really quick one. Baseball.
Yeah.
You're a very good baseball player. We talked about it before this interview, but fans have to know. Huh?
He threw
No,
heat.
I understand. Now, my question is, do you regret not playing baseball now? It'd be a lot easier on your body.
Those baseball contracts are pretty good too, and it's all guaranteed.
Yeah, they are. As a pitcher is what I was. You say it's easier on the body, but it takes a toll on your arm. Okay. That's for sure. So I miss it, but I definitely don't regret it. I love football, but I go out and watch some games every now and then, and I do miss it. So
what's Porter doing in the off season? A little hunting?
Yeah, I plan to get out there a little bit.
What are we hunting for?
There's not a whole lot of seasons open in the off season during the summer. Really, what I love to hunt, elk and deer opens up, right during the football season. So it's kind of cut me out the last couple of years, but I should get in on some smaller things like, rabbits and, coyotes and things of that nature.
He never stops,
Right.
He's not hunting quarterbacks, he's hunting something. And that's our guy, Porter Gustin. We appreciate a big season ahead for the senior. Everyone's looking forward to seeing Porter Gustin healthy again and in the Cardinal Gold one more season. Thank you, Porter. We come back. It's time to talk golf. Hey, golf has been everywhere all weekend. It was Masters weekend, and we got a guy that may be playing in that tournament one day, and his head coach, Justin Suh and Chris Zambri, next on Trojans Live.